Man, let's talk about it, bro. We go ahead and get into it. You know, we had the predictions early in the year talking about these sections.
We was almost right.
How you feeling?
Well, we was almost right about some of these games. Like we
still got
did
more time.
we predicted like one loss in the top 5 weeks.
It was my first 7. I think I didn't predict us losing until week 7 against the Packers.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yep. So let's get into it first. We got the first week 1. Vontae, what we do? No, he not here, so we can't ask him. But we three-way him in real quick. Anyways,
know what it is. We beating them boys 29-27.
How'd you feel about that dub? It was a dub, but
it was okay. So we didn't get to talk about that. I was real disappointed at the secondary for how they performed. Like, so Anthony Richardson, I had already had respect for him, but he starts beating us downfield. He not afraid to throw it deep. The problem was when they started covering the deep routes and he was forced to just take whatever we was giving him. Then he couldn't do that. He couldn't consistently pick us apart by getting first downs, and he had some trouble doing it. And Joe Mixon with 30 carries.
The 27, I was going to say 27-23, the way the energy we had talking about them, the energy I had, that's not the score we were looking for, but a dub is a dub. And he was balling. And the Richardson was balling. I saw my fantasy points just.
There it is.
Yeah. So week 2, well, I think week 1 was at Indianapolis, right? Mm-hmm. So week 2 we were at Chicago.
Yeah, that was our first. No, I think week 2 was here. That was our first home game.
Okay, bet. Yeah, that was home. So another dub though.
Yeah,
another dub.
We were supposed to win that game. They starting that number 1 overall quarterback Caleb Williams. We lost Joe Mixon.
He's
in that game.
Supposed to be the guy though. He was supposed to. I mean, he still is. He looks nice. He don't look bad.
Early, but you remember this is the game where CJ tried to have that talk with him at the end of the game, and he seemed to kind of just brush him off.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that. These guys are the same age. They both 22, I believe. These are guys who CJ went 2 in the draft. Caleb went 1 immediately afterwards. So I was thinking about it. The Texan in me is like, come on, man, you need to listen to what he got to say. But the me in me is like, bro, we the same age. Don't little bro me on If you got something to say, you pull me.
Don't
to the
big
side.
bro me,
like,
dog.
Yeah,
don't big bro me, dog.
But not while the cameras is watching, bro. You are not my elder to just be giving me, you know what I'm saying, advice. If
the numbers look like it. Yeah, the numbers look like it. If you look at the praise and the numbers, CJ's he's on a different tier right now.
Yeah.
So
but I'm just
I can
saying,
see him wanting to show some love, but I get you.
Sense.
Catch me on the.
It would make sense to me if Caleb Williams thought he might even be better than CJ. I can understand if they think they on the same playing field as all.
Yeah, and I think a true athlete in anyone is gonna go. You ain't better than me, bro. Yeah. You're not better than me, bro. I'm gonna go out there and get it.
But
that was a good dub. I like that dub. Once again, I had us winning everything. Yeah. So it really hurts my heart to talk about week 3. Cause that was a rough game to watch.
Man. I get it. We got
that was. Yeah, bro.
Molly
that was tough. I think that was tough to even read in the group text with the bros.
Yeah,
don't talk to me.
I remember having a terrible running game. Ever since Joe Mixon been out, the run game been terrible, and CJ ain't been able to rely on it. The secondary in that game was pretty bad too. That's why I got away from us. But what happened at the beginning of the game? What happened through this game is I don't think anybody expected the Vikings defense to be as tough as they are. That defense came into the game and forced the interception, I believe, on our first drive, where CJ throws the ball and it gets tipped by a lineman and picked up by a linebacker. He ends up throwing another interception that's actually his fault after that. So those two interceptions, we wasn't able to get past that. So and that's just how the game went, man. We take our losses, and if we have to see them again, we'll make.
I think Joe Mixon though is a big. I'm glad you brought that up because I really thought that was a big deal. I think they should even talk about that drop. I get it. I get why they do the drop tackle stuff. But bro, watching that on camera was just like, dog.
Part part of me wonders if this has more to do with him taking 30 carries in week 1. I ain't never seen Joe Mixon take 30 carries, even in Cincinnati. So part of me wonders, like, he remember when we went to training camp and he was out. Like he spent a lot of
I think that was
time
on purpose though. They wanted to purposely rest my man,
well,
and I think that makes sense.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Then after that, you give him 30 carries in the first game, and we can't see or hear from him no more. I mean, he got some
because he felt fresh. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, I'm fresh. Let me rock. You want to win? Put Booby in.
I'm saying that to say that he likely. I'm wondering if it has more to do with his pitch count than it has to do with him actually being hurt that long from the hip drop tackle. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I get you. Look, too much wear and tear on the gears. I get you, bro. Mm-hmm. Well, let's get into week 4. I'm glad. Enough of that. Let's get back into the goodness. Week 4, man, the Jags. That was a home game.
24-20. We ended up beating them boys, and we were supposed to beat them. You know, they in the division. I tried to talk up Trevor Lawrence and show him the right amount of respect, but he don't really deserve any of that right now. The week before,
not too much on Sunshine, bro. Sunshine be getting it done when he gets
the week before they played the Buffalo Bills, and I took the over on Prize Picks on 2.5 touchdowns from Josh Allen. Do you know, before I got home at halftime, because I was working, before I got home at halftime, he had 3 touchdowns. He put up, I think he beat them like 42-10 or something along them lines. Like a blowout. And so I knew when they came into that game against us, we should have been getting the best version of them because they just got blew out. And we beat them.
Yeah. Well, we got to go the next week. We went into the Bills. So I think that, they same thing. That was a tough game too. But the 24-20 was a big dub for me because I think that we should definitely have beat the Jaguars. But week 5, dog. Week 5, dog. Woo, bro. Bro. Dude, so a lot of these games, I'm at my son's baseball games and I'm watching it in the dugout with the little homies. Yeah. Got a couple of little Texans fans on the team. I literally have the phone in the dugout and they are asking me to score. This game was tough. They're asking me to score in the game, and I'm giving them the Texans score. They're like, no, coach, what's the score in the game that we're playing? Oh, my bad, 6-7. But the Texans score is crazy. That's that, bro. Fairbairn for the dub, bro. Actually, I remember when he lined up. That was the biggest part for me. Fairbairn lined up for that. Whenever they got in field goal range, I said dub. It's dub. It's green.
I was telling my little bro, Kaimi Fairbairn is one of those guys you can depend on. He'll hit 59 yards. He's hit longer than that before. And then if he don't, because it's a lot to ask him to do that. If he don't, we can't be pissed at him because it's 59 yards. But because he is that guy, he's him. He got that 59 yards.
Do you remember Randy Bullock?
Yeah, but Randy Bullock.
We're not gonna talk about it.
No,
that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying. Like the upgrade, like it's nuts. For real, but that was a tough fought game, bro. Like I did say
rushing yards. We had another bad game rushing. Agumbawale and what's bro name? Akers. Agumbawale and Akers ain't been able to hold
they just not getting it done, bro. That's what I'm saying. We are really missing Joe Mixon. Yeah. You can really see his presence missed. But baby boy, if Stephon Diggs didn't show up like I said he was.
And Josh Allen Josh Allen had the worst game I've ever seen him play. He completed 9 passes out of 30 that game. So it's like he had a
9 out of 30. That's the hold on. I know you've seen the picture with Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I know you seen him with the side eye. That's why
I didn't, but it would make sense because that was terrible. That was terrible. That's the worst game I've ever seen him play. But that reminds me, that brings me to the next 4 games. The next 4 games, let's go ahead and predict them. Now, this next week, actually tomorrow, we play the Patriots, and we supposed to be getting back Dameon Pierce. So we don't have to deal with Akers and Agumbawale no more.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot he was on the roster, bro.
I totally forgot he was on the roster. He was hurt at the same time as Joe Mixon, but he come back. Now those Patriots have went ahead and benched Jacoby Brissett. They starting a kid named Drake May that they took this year in the draft, a rookie. He's getting his first start against us tomorrow. They 1-4 right now.
Disrespectful. That is disrespectful, bro.
So do we win that game or do we win that game?
Come on, bro. Don't look. I'm gonna ride with the same. I guess I can't ride because we took an L. But yeah, I had a dub for it before, and I still got a dub.
Oh God.
I'm not changing it. I'm not wavering. It's a dub.
The next week,
you bringing the rook out?
You say what?
They bringing the rookie out?
Yeah,
That's
they bringing
wild.
the rook out. So the next week is the Packers. The Packers is probably the toughest one on our schedule outside of the Vikings and Bills. The Packers are 3-2 right now. That defense is leading the league in takeaways. They got 14 takeaways on the season in defense, and Jordan Love has been noted for showing a lot of courage when it comes to throwing the ball deep. Now, after what Anthony Richardson did to us, that one scares me because if Jordan Love start airing it out, is our secondary going to be able to handle it, or will we get done like the Vikings did us? Like,
I don't foresee it. And the reason why I say that is because of defense. I say the defense is going to lead the game on this side.
Yeah.
Not saying that they're going to make us win, but I think it's going to be a big
our
defensive game.
front. I think they can make it hard, but if the secondary ain't back there stopping guys from getting open, then it's not gonna matter.
Yeah. I see a dub here actually. I'm switching it up. I had us actually taking an L beginning of the season, but I see a dub just because of how the season is going right now.
Yeah,
I'm that loss, like you just said, that loss against Minnesota makes it where the Packers needs to be.
Yeah. Well, what about the next game? We had our second matchup against the Colts. The Colts are 2-3.
We getting them. Look,
we got the Colts. So the Colts, they didn't already drop their only other two division matchups. They gave the Jags their first win a week ago. The Jags went into that game 0-4. They tried to get their first win against us, but they failed.
Well, that's because they didn't have Anthony Richardson though. I was had to send him on the bench.
Well, Joe Flacco, I can't say that because Joe Flacco had a great season last year covering for Deshaun Watson. No, Joe Flacco.
Yeah, you right. No, you right. I mean, yeah, they still. I get you. They shouldn't have lost.
You got it, then you got it. Now, Jonathan Taylor is out this week against in their game this week. Jonathan Taylor out, but Anthony Richardson is back in this week. So,
okay.
That won't be the excuse against us. So we'll play the Colts. That's a dub to me though. I don't think they on our level.
I got a dub on that too. All
right, and then the fourth week after that, we play the Jets. The Jets right now sit at 2-3. The Jets been in the headlines because they fired their coach this week. So we playing a team. This will be 1-2. This will be 4 weeks after firing their coach.
I'm about to say they got some time to gel. Actually, that's kind of. I still think that's a tough game. Yeah, I still think that's a tough game. Actually,
the Jets.
I had us. Yeah. Just because I felt like I could see us. Seeing somebody we don't see all the time, it looks different. I still think we should win, but what'd you say? I'm leaving room for improvement.
No, I'm leaving room for the possibility that we gonna blow these boys out. They ain't got no coach. What you gonna do with no coach? Nah, fam.
I mean, I think so. I think Sauce is the real deal, though. I know he been getting toasted because he been getting toasted now and getting PI calls because
you know who got picked before Sauce? My boy Stingley. Same draft.
Yeah, true.
Stingley over Sauce, bro. That's how I go.
True.
All right, so we pretty much got dubs for the next 4 weeks. The Packers one is the one that scares me, but you seem a little iffy about the Jets too.
Yeah, I'm just a little. I think we're not battle tested just yet, bro. I'm not saying CJ's not the man. I'm not saying the Texans aren't great, and I love D'Amico Ryans. But I just don't think we're battle tested. The next 4 weeks are going to tell if we're battle tested. It's time to put up or shut up.
When we play against the Patriots, we better put up numbers because that should be the easiest game we have going forward.
That leads us in almost into halfway in the season. We should be sitting at a nice record if we Super Bowl champs or supposed to be going to Super Bowl, like as I said.
Yeah,
so we should win all 4. We should.
We gonna see. All right.
Next time.